It's Mindset Monday. All right, so let's just talk about what it takes. Man, I just got through walking outside. My face is so red. What it takes to get stuff done, okay? All right, every day I wake up and I'm like, all right, come on, lock in, right? Just lock in to whatever I'm trying to get done. For me to get things where like I've achieved some pretty large things, right? And I know how I got those was just going into my daily habits, okay? So I'm weighing in this morning at 316. I want to get to 295 by the last day of this year. And I'm like, what the heck is that going to take? It's going to take me doing some kind of workout every day, big or small, which goes into why my face is so red right now. It's going to take me being active, right, in general. So, and it's going to take, I've got to miss some meals. I've got to do some fasting. I've got to be friends with fasting, okay? I've got to be friends with that. But I will tell you, you know how many diets I've failed? I have failed, we've got to be into triple digits, if not 4 digits of number of diets I have failed. But I have to wake up and be optimistic that this is going to be the one that connects, okay? This is going to be it. And you know, something that helps me with having the correct mental mindset is one time, I was listening to, I can't even remember his name. He's got these big old banana fingers, okay? And he was on Shallow Hal. He was like, and he's like a big, I can't remember. He's like a motivational speaker, okay? I can't remember his name, but I can remember his words, okay? He had said, people say that it took him 10 years to quit smoking. No, it took that one time. It took a second just to be like, no, this is it. I'm done. And I don't know, I used to be a smoker. Man, I enjoyed smoking. And whenever I tried to quit for years, I would smoke a partial pack and throw them away. And I would be like, all right, I'm going to quit. And I would choose a date. And I didn't ever try the patches or any kind of medicine. I always just thought that I could just do it, right? And then whenever I quit smoking, 5 days had passed and I didn't even realize that I had quit smoking. And then I asked my husband, like, hey, because I didn't ever smoke in front of him. And I was like, when's the last time you seen me smoke a cigarette or smelt cigarette smoke on me? And we had counted back and it had been like 5 days. So it didn't take me 10 years to quit smoking. It took a moment, all right? And I know that's what's going to happen with my health. I have failed all these diets, but then not really. Failure is actually learning, right? Like if you turn down a road and you turn down all these roads that are wrong, well, now you know that those roads are wrong, okay? I don't know. I wake up every morning being like, today's the day. I'm going to get my stuff straight. So that's the mindset that I have to have is like, I didn't fail. I learned. I did not fail at all of those diets in the past. That was just part of the education that I needed to have. So I will tell you, I'm feeling extra motivated to attack my health right now. And I have some other big goals that I have that has nothing to do with my weight. I did not like the way I looked in my videos on my mule. And I have deleted any of the negative comments that were said with me riding my mule because I have other people that watch my stuff and they would internalize those negative messages towards me. So I get rid of all of those. But I went and competed and I did not like what I seen. So my mule was trying and he did a great job for me. And I'm not hurting him, but I don't want to put any more weight onto him, and I did not like the way that I performed, and I did not like the way I looked. So it was, a lot of times people will see just one picture and they're like, that's not me. That is an alien that I get to be in the space of, because that's not me. And that's the way I felt. I was like, that's not who I am. I need to work on this. So mental mindset is, it doesn't take you 10 years to achieve something. It takes one moment to be like, this is the time. I'm ready. Okay. And it's okay that you have failed in the past, because could you imagine, with people that have failed in the past at other things did not keep going. All of us have heard the story about Michael Jordan, right? About how he was like on the B team at his high school, and a lot of you might not, or you might remember, Scottie Pippen didn't get tall until he was in college. It took Chuck Norris 17 years to be able to do the splits. And so it doesn't matter how long it takes for you to get to that moment. It's just that you keep on waking up and being like, today's the day. And then if it ends up not being the day, you just learned something. So there's your mental mindset. And tomorrow we'll be talking about positive body image. And I'm looking at my list. Wednesday is holistic health. Thursday is business day. Friday is FAFO Friday. It's a fight day on Friday. Saturday is something teeny tiny that ended up being a big deal. So it's basically dents make sense. if you know what I'm talking about, like dented cans used to like save you change and stuff like that. Don't be eating dented cans. But it's just something small that equals something big. And then Sunday's one of my favorite days. Is the reflection of the week. Anyways, tomorrow starts my Q4 goals, and I'm trying to get a bunch of stuff done today, just to be prepared to hit the ground full freaking speed. And this weekend, I am actually competing in archery and knife throwing, a field race on my mule, like as fast as we can go. Person with the best time wins. I'll be having a good time, but that's not the time they're talking about. And then obstacles. So that's what I got planned. That's Saturday. Sunday, I'm doing a demo, a mounted archery demo. I'm a mounted archery instructor. And so I just have a million things to get done. I mailed out my Country Tough Times. I have a magazine that's in like over 20 states. And I've got like 18 different writers between horse trainers and veterinarians and stuff. And then, so that magazine just went out. And then today I talked to I have a bunch of friends that are veterinarians. And you know that you are a reflection of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So I try to spend time with people that are happy and going forward in life, right? But I called my veterinarian friend today to be like, hey, I want to partner up with you on something. And he was like, okay, what is it? And I was like, hey, we've got this, hi Pam, we've got this all around cowgirl challenge. It's a team challenge. So it's teams of 2, 3, and 4. And I was like, hey, there's like 4 different things there's a multiple choice test over. So I was just like, all right, the section over horse diseases and health. I was like, I'm going to write some questions, and then I want you to help me not have ties, okay, on the test. And he's like, oh, this sounds fun. So that right there is a conversation I had with someone today. All right, my face is red. I went and got our little, it's my little, I call her my thug princess. And thanks, Mary. You always make me feel so good. She just said, you're simply amazing. I don't know about all that. I just think that I just realized that there's no future in not getting up and trying again. There's just no future in just laying down to die. Every day I just like, all right, today's the day. I'm going to lock in. I'm going to be this person that I want to be. And I'm doing pretty good today. Some stuff took longer. Anyways, my little, I call her my thug princess. It's Domino. It's our horse that's supposed to have spots and she doesn't. But she's like a giant baby. She's bigger than 3 we have 4 horses or 4 other animals in the pasture with her. And she's taller than 3 of those. And she's only a year and 5 months old. Anyway, she's a little freaking hellion. So I've been trying to get her out, and we have this therapy plate, and I put her on that. But my face is all red just because the sun's been shining here. And I'm trying to get a minimum of 6,000 steps in. And I don't be like, oh, you need to be getting 10,000 steps in. You need to shut up. Because I either get 14 to 18,000 steps in, or I get 2,500 steps in. I am trying to make sure that I don't have those days that I don't. So I set an achievable goal, okay? But I want to do that every day for Q4. And 6,000 steps, even if I'm in a vehicle and we're traveling somewhere, it will be difficult for me on Sundays whenever like you just can't get outside, but I needed to set an achievable goal that's still difficult, that's moving me towards where I want to be. And I don't want to weigh 300 pounds. Like, screw that number. Like, I don't like that number. Been in my life, the only thing I want 300 of is freaking blow money in my freaking wallet. That's all I want 300 of, okay? I want 300 jars of food that I preserved. I don't want to weigh over 300 pounds. So there's your mental mindset. I don't know if that helps you. Kind of helps me with like talking through stuff to be like, go fight, win, go fight, win. So if you fail, don't be like, I'm not going to try that anymore because I just fell. I fell. No, the only time you're done is when you're dead. But between now and then, you can achieve something every freaking day of your life, or go towards a goal, okay? You're not done until you're dead. So put on your big girl panties, paint your toenails, pluck your eyebrows, rechecking this hair right here, okay? Get your life together and freaking do it, okay? What are you gonna do? Fail? Okay. Well, you probably need to fail. You need to fail more. Just keep failing, because you're learning something each time. Or maybe you'll get freaking sick and tired of failing, and that'll be what you need. But wake up and fail. It's not going to, if anything, it'll just show you that life goes on, okay? So, all right, y'all have a wonderful day, and I will see you another time. Hey, a lot of y'all have become subscribers. I have this thing that's like $1.99 a month on Facebook, and I go into so much more detail. I'm actually going to go and record. Patricia Ann just said, my daddy always said you can sleep when you're dead. Yep, sounds like a daddy that was working. Yeah, Carrie says she needed this today. You know what? I needed to say it because then I can hear it my own self. So it helps me with helping y'all. But anyways, I have this little thing that's like $1.99 a month, and I've been beginning to get more videos where I like dive way deeper. I tell y'all stuff that I probably shouldn't tell you. That's okay. I'm an oversharer. All right, I'll see y'all later. I'm about to go and record a video for my subscribers, and I'm going to stretch with them. So hopefully my belly row doesn't pop out, but if it does, I don't care. I got a fat roll. Sometimes it pops out, especially whenever I'm trying to freaking stretch. But I'll be better than 99% of the world because I actually stretched. So whatever. All right, y'all have a wonderful day, and get your mind right so you can achieve what the hell you want to do, because there's nobody standing in your way except for you. And that's okay. Just get up, fail, keep going forward. See you tomorrow.